We had this Fed statement today. We have the various actions of the incoming administration. And after sort of a volatility waking up over the past couple of days, it seems like it's settled back down here. What are you predicting for the next few weeks?
Well, you know, Julie, we're in this unbelievably tight range. In fact, I think it's the tightest range in history over this period of time, tied in with volatility. And one of the biggest problems you have is the market's going to break out big one way or the other. And the longer we settle along this tight pattern, the bigger the breakout's going to be. Now, I believe the breakout's going to be to the downside. I've been on the downside for a while, just to be fair to everybody else that I've been wrong. But I think that we're going to see some selling. We've had a great rally up based on what Trump is going to do, based on, you know, some of the regulations, some things he wants to change. But he's got to get those done. And we still have a major problem of debt to deal with. We've still got jobs that are not good. So there's a lot of issues that still have to be dealt with, which in my opinion would lead the markets to selling off after they've anticipated all these great things that he's going to be able to do.
Now, in the next couple of days, of course, the big catalyst is going to be the jobs report coming on Friday. Even if sort of over the next few weeks or few months you're looking for a sell-off, how are you positioning yourself ahead of Friday?
Well, I mean, ahead of Friday, straight out, I'm actually selling some overvalued stocks. I'm also selling some futures. I mean, I'm going to be short coming into that from a trader standpoint, but I do have some things I'm doing from an investing standpoint, which is I'm buying some Under Armour.
Okay, well, let's get to Under Armour, shall we? Dipping your toe in the water there after the big decline that we saw yesterday. So you think it could potentially have a bounce back here?
Well, I think, first of all, it's a great company. I think that, you know, there's obviously things that are going on throughout the whole retail space, but I think they're in great shape. And I want to be long Under Armour, so I'm going to own it. I'm going to go out to March and buy the 20 calls, okay? I think that's a good spot to buy it. I think we've got a nice opportunity to see a nice bounce. Even if we don't get a real good rally of it, I think a nice bounce is coming. And I'm going to also help finance that trade by selling some put spreads for next week, because that'll help me pay the cost and defer the cost and give me more of a relationship to the stock. So overall, I think Under Armour is a great play as an investment here. I think it's a great long-term own because I think it's a solid company, and I think they have nothing to go but higher after yesterday's disaster.